So now as I sit here, what's the day today? It is 17th of March, St. Patrick's Day, I believe, the day before my brother's birthday. Um, Sitting on this circle after my 12K run, contemplating thoughts about two books I want to write. I'm on one of my favorite spots when I came to Milton. It's a um, little quiet, little roundabout area that's a dead end. It used to be, I believe, Tremaine Road, but I'm gonna just move the camera around to show what's going on here. It is a construction for Halton, and it's for road resurfacing program, building a better Halton project number 3342C. Yeah, it's a setup here, and appears to be nobody here at this time. So I'm gonna chill here for a little bit. Like I say, contemplating my books, but also the thoughts. It's very important for me to take my thoughts about what happens on my run, what had occurred to me while running, because that seems to be a very creative time. It seems to be someone showing up here that appears to be that works. And no, he's just turning around and fucking off. So this is one of those guys. I guess it also came to check out what this place is all about. But I'm going to chill here until someone tells me to bugger off, which I don't think it will. Now I'm going to turn this. How do you do this now? Because so that I can show my mug. We'll do it like this. Let's see if my mug shows up. No, that's not for doing my mug. How do you? How do I do reverse? I'm trying to see. How do I do a reverse? It doesn't appear to be that. But anyways, if I can't do it, I can't do it. So if I can't do it while the camera's running, I'll just keep it as this. Let's see. We do it again one more time. No, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if I took a free shot or not. But sitting on this corner, yeah, it's a beautiful little spot. Might as well take some close-up shots of the beauty around here. There's people lucky enough to own this place opposite here. Something I've always dreamed of course. But you know what? I'm thinking about one of the thoughts that crossed my mind was Jerry Robert saying the universe likes speed. I don't know whether that's true, but I know the universe can move at incredible speed. And now what he was referring to is that you must get going on things when you've got your thoughts. Our life is not very long. We live tops 100 years. And he says universe likes speed. I would imagine if I have to think about everything I've always wanted in my life with regards my running club, Credit Valley, from the very beginning, I've always wanted that club to be a much bigger club, to sort of be more community oriented. And I butted heads with people there because they wanted to keep it exclusive. I wasn't a very exclusive type of guy, even though I was their best runner for almost 20 years. For the 20 years that I managed to stay there before I ceremoniously got booted out through some fault of my own, through some of my own fault, mainly theirs, I would say. I just couldn't see the forest for the trees. That I shouldn't have been with them. Because when I moved to Etobicoke, Huskies, they tried to kick me out of the club, but then there was a vote that will keep me on because, it was kind of obvious that I needed to go somewhere where people were faster. So then eventually they all ended up coming to that club. Now the universe likes speed. What's this all got to do with it? So that club no longer exists. Unfortunately, clubs like that was pre-social media times where clubs were formed by telephone. Everybody would call each other and they would maybe advertise in the local magazine. They want to form a club, and then a club got formed, and very rigid with their rules. They would have their club bylaws, which is, there's nothing wrong with it. But the thing is, I think I was probably ahead of my time. Not only was I too much of their best runner for too long, but they prevented good runners from joining the club as well because of their mindset. They didn't want Danuta to join. They said, well, she's got to pay like everybody else. But, Danuta was like a world-class runner. Danuta Bartoszek. She wanted to join the club, but these people, their mindset was, no, you need to be, if you want to join our club, it's the same as everybody else. You're not going to be treated any different. Well, that kind of mindset is, of course, a very close-minded one. But anyways, long story short, that club no longer exists because people were fighting too much. It was terrible. It was like, and then I moved from one club to another, and I moved from there to one club to another. Eventually, I tried to start up things of my own. I tried to start up Aaron Valley Striders. Never worked out. I don't know. I suppose I just didn't have technical knowledge of the time. And then I tried to do park runs under the name of a time trial, something I remembered from back home. And that was like 8 years ago. I tried the second time I tried it in Bronte. It never worked out. Never even got off the ground much. Not many people showed up. People were just not, they didn't get the concept. Is why would you want to do something for free? Why would you have people run for free? Well, I had this idea that I was going to start a store. But I don't know. There were some things missing. And I'm just scanning around here because I can't turn it around this way and you can see my face. Hi. Anyways, so the basis of this tape is to bring up this video is to bring up ideas that I thought of my run. So yeah, the universe likes speed. And what's the speed related to? Maybe this whole thing can still come. Maybe Credit Valley Marathon Club can still go the way it can be revived, and I can get it going at lightning speed with the book, with the kind of things that I'm doing. It can be lightning speed in comparison to how the years and years and decades of me running and nothing happening the way I wanted it. Park runs going tits up on me because, of course, COVID, and because I ran into a terribly conservative little town called Bronte, and they were very, very protective of their their little fiefdom. They didn't want young guns like me coming in and taking over. All right, so now we're into 7 minutes now, and I'm still thinking about the ideas. So that's the part about the speed. The speed means it can still happen. If I want it to happen, I can maybe revive that club. That's one of the thoughts that crossed my mind, but I'm not overly enthused about that. The questions I'm having is, what am I gonna be using this book for? In terms of doing business, I kind of lost interest in business, knowing what I do about the world monetary system, knowing that it's not necessary for all this. We don't even need the monetary system. Knowing all that, knowing that it is run by a bunch of oligarchs who pretty much located in Ukraine. Now that I found that out, that started off Israel, the Israeli people, same people that started Israel are the same people that run the banks, the same people that run the world, and put, Israel is now on a pedestal, and they're basically decimating Palestine. Long story short, long story. So yeah, I'm very, very turned off by the money paradigm that we have to, make money. Just pisses me off. But at the same time, if I cannot focus so much on the aspect of making money that pisses me off, I can focus on the things I love. It's about the book itself being about getting people to be healthy through various means, and part of the book is going to include all kinds of endurance events that people can take up if they're sitting as couch potatoes. My target audience is going to be people who are interested in getting in shape, because not all people are interested in getting in shape. So if they ask me, they say, who are your target audience? Well, I had to think about that one. I said, first I said everybody. You know what? But the thing is, not everybody wants to be interested in getting in shape. Not everybody's interested. Some people are just too miserable. So if it dawns on them, hey, I want to get into shape, what can I do? Hey, wait, here's this book. This guy says anybody can get into shape, can live longer, live healthier. And this book kind of spells it out, and what to do about it, and what to eat to get a healthy lifestyle. So my way of doing it is through running. I've always done it through running, but I understand that you can do it through snowshoeing in the winter in Canada in particular. It's not always that you can do snowshoe. You can do, maybe if you can have a long river that's frozen, you can do long distance skating, say the St. Lawrence River, a long distance skating, or long distance skiing, long distance snowshoeing. And then you also got the snowshoes that you can race with. that can, this is just the winter version of what can be done. You don't have to be stuck indoors. A lot of people have been thrown out of work because of COVID. I suppose there's always a positive side to things. COVID was a scam in my view, but there's so many people that need a way to start looking after themselves and realizing their potential and realizing that they have a universe within themselves if they really open up their minds to it. And so therefore they got to start looking after that little temple called their body, so that they can get rewarded first off with a longer life, with great imagination that can come out of that brain of theirs, and the beauty of the planet that we live on. I mean, I'm just sitting in this car in this little corner of the world, looking at how beautiful it is. It's one of the warmest days. It's now suddenly 18 degrees after yesterday snowing like crazy. And it's a beautiful, beautiful day. But anyway, that's my thoughts, and those are the things that I can maybe make notes on so that it doesn't escape me. So here it goes. This would be my video for now, my thoughts from the run, the 12K run that I had. I cannot think of anything else that I thought. If it does, I will add it. That's it for now.